Taehyung escaped to the door again, but this time his smile slowly disappeared, standing there with a fake, friendly smile on their face were Jungkook's mother and Honey. Taehyung sweetly, "Oh, hello, madam and friends." He smiled politely, but his eyes were sharp. Jimin appeared behind him, eyes wide and look innocent. Together they looked like a two angels, but the air was thick with sweetness. They led the woman into the living room, advanced softly. The silence was so heavy it felt hard to breathe. Jungkook's mother slowly looked him up and down. Her eyes narrowed at his oversized t-shirt and messy just out of the bed hair. Jungkook's mother with a cold smile. You know, I never thought I would see the day my son brings someone like you home. Taehyung smiled sweetly, watchful laugh. Well, madam, I'll do try to keep life exciting. What else could wear a shirt like this after well, you know, he winked. Jimin bit his lip, tried not to laugh. Jungkook's mother frowned. What do you mean by that? Taehyung smiled carefully, leaning against the doorframe with a cheesy grin. Taehyung, oh, nothing serious, just stayed that Jungkook and I had a beach morning. Didn't I have time to dress up? Sometimes you just want to take it slow. He leaned forward slightly, then wider. We all have our way of warming up from the day Jimin Cross had to hide his giggles. Jungkook's mother looked shocked and confused. Jungkook's mother sharply, that's not proper. Taehyung waved his hand, eyes burning with the comment. Oh please, I'm not just being honest. Jungkook doesn't mind. In fact, I think he liked me just in the way I am. He leaned back and gave her a playful look full of fake concern. Jimin couldn't have eaten any more and burst into laughter, holding his stomach. Jungkook's mother placed her hand on her clearly annoyed. Jungkook's mother coldly, you really think this is okay? Taehyung grinned. Well, if you ask me, I think it's pretty drain effective. He turned towards her, eyes brilliant with mischief. Taehyung, but you know I'm just a simple guy. What can I say? Sometimes morning call for a little fun. Jimin went over laughing again. Jungkook's mother tightened face together, holding back her anger. Jungkook's mother, you should speak more respectfully. Taehyung raising his eyebrow respectfully, ma'am. I'm just living my best life. Don't worry, I'm sure Jungkook think I took his tongue. He flipped his hair from a dramatic move. Honey leaned forward, her voice sickly sweet. Honey, it's just someone of us are worried about Jungkook's reputation. Taehyung smiled. Oh, don't worry, I'm making his reputation better. Haven't you heard? A rich man a little dramatic these days. Jimmy nodding quickly, yeah, he is like an emotional support. Taehyung turned to Jimin and placed a hand on his heart. Taehyung, you understood me. Jungkook's mother looked like she might explode. Jungkook's mother stiffly back in my day, people had to earn their place. Taehyung slowly took a sip of coffee. Looking calm, back in your day, twins were born at that sake, but the time changed, right? Jimin snored into his sleep. Honey, try again, voice loud. Honey, you know Jungkook deserves someone proper, someone elegant. Taehyung blinked with wild eyes, pretending to be shocked. Taehyung, oh, I totally agree, but sadly you were not available, so here I am. Jungkook's mother sat up straight, her eyes burning with anger. Jungkook's mother, this is not okay. Jungkook deserves better than someone like you. For a moment, Taehyung's smile faded. Her words stung more than he wanted to admit, but he didn't let it so for long. He stood up and looked directly into her eyes. Taehyung firmly, "You think I am not good enough for Jungkook? Well, guess what? Jungkook doesn't need anyone to tell him that he deserves. He knows what he wants, and that's me." Jungkook POV. Jungkook sat in there, stared blankly at the screen in front of him. The number, graph, and reports meant nothing. His mind kept going back to yesterday, to that thought, warm heart racing. He closed his eyes for a moment. He could still feel it hung on his. The way Taehyung had her curl his tightly, the soft sound Taehyung made when they leaned into each other. It was just one, but it was too much. It stayed in his thought like a favorite song playing on repeat over and over again. Jungkook mumbling to himself, "Why can't I stop thinking about it?" He rubbed his temple, tried hard to focus. Her voice of his employees were all around him, exploring their report, showing a chat, talking numbers, but to him, it was all a blur. All he could think about was Taehyung, the way Taehyung smiled when he was teasing, the sparkle in his eyes when he got excited, the soft laugh and the escape when he said something dramatic. Jungkook frustrated whispered, "This isn't supposed to happen. That's all fake, just fake." He clenched his jaw tight, angered at himself for being so dramatic. He was Jungkook, the calm, cold, focused CEO. He didn't lose control. He didn't fall for people and act. Implored nervously, "Mr. Jeon." Jungkook blinked, snapped out of his thought. His dark eyes met the employee standing in front of him, holding a folder. Jungkook sharp, "What?" Employee stuttering, "The projects. You haven't reviewed them yet." Jungkook glanced at the folder but didn't even touch. He didn't care. Jungkook quickly, "I'll get it later." He waved the man off with Tyson. He hated this. This wasn't him. He was never late, never distracted. But today he couldn't focus. Not when all his thoughts were filled with Taehyung's face, his hand, his touch. Across the room, someone chuckled. "Youngie teasing, you are being grumpy today, boss." Jungkook glared at him. Youngie, as always, looked assumed and calm, leaning back at his chair like he owned the place. Youngie grinned. "What the matter? Brain full of the hung?" Jungkook annoyed. "Don't start." Youngie raising a needle. "You are literally obsessed." Jungkook eyes narrowed. The world, it hit him like a rock. Jungkook firmly, "I'm not obsessed," but even as he said it, he knew it doesn't sound real, it sounded weak, like he was trying to lie to himself. Youngie calmly, "Right, not upset, just thinking about him all day, getting angry for no reason, can't focus of anything, definitely not obsessed." Jungkook is snapping, "I said I'm not." There was a sharp silence. A few employees turned their hand towards them, sensing the tension. Yoongi, however, stayed cool. Youngie gently this time. Look, I'm not making fun. I'm just saying maybe you care more than you think. Jungkook stared at him for a long second, then looked away. Eyes drifted to the large glass window of the office. Outside, the city buzzed like life, but inside him there was only one name echo again and again. Taehyung, his laugh, his soft hair, the way his finger had touched the way he had whispered his name. Jungkook whispered to himself this was not supposed to happen. He leaned back in his chair, figure lacing behind his neck as he looked up at the ceiling. He had lost control, but somehow Taehyung had slipped past all the walls Jungkook had built. He closed his eyes and let out a soft groan. He was in trouble, a real trouble. Taehyung POV. Taehyung flopped into the couch, arms stretching his legs and dangling off the edge of the loud sign escaping his lip. Taehyung, what does thinking about Jungkook giving me a headache and butterfly at the same time? He grabbed his phone, tapped it quickly as he sent Jungkook a bunch of ridiculous memes: cat in sunglasses, banana slap, dolphin, and one of a dancing. Then, with a grin, he typed a message: Taehyung, text miss me yet, moody boss man, or still pretending you are not secretly in love with me? Another one word. Taehyung text, if I post this picture of you falling like a grandpa at the gala, will be a far or Taehyung laughing to himself, let's find out. Taehyung, Jimin, come look at this. He waved his phone at Jimin. Giggle on the screen was a picture from Jungkook standing stiff with his arms crossed with hands around him, clearly enjoying the attention. Taehyung looked at his face. He looked like someone stole his cookies. Jimin laughing, oh my god, he really does. He is from how you keep his Taehyung laugh alone, but his smile faded just a little. He dropped the phone to his side, his gaze falling to the in front of him. He hesitated, then spoke quietly. Taehyung softly, Jimin, I'm scared. Jimin laughed, stopped it. He turned his head and looked at his friend seriously. Jimin, scared? Why? Taehyung swallowed hard. Taehyung, what if Jungkook doesn't really want me here? His mom, she hates me. I saw in her eyes. She thinks I'm just nothing. Jimin shot word from, hey, stop right there. You are not nothing. You are a kind, smart, and you light up a room without even trying. But what if I'm not just making it harder for him? Maybe he regrets Jimin cutting up. Don't even finish that sentence. Jungkook might be acting weird, but he's not the kind of guy who regrets people he cares about. Taehyung was shaky. I don't want to get hurt again. We already been taught that once. I'm not sure I can't take it if he pushes me away. Jungkook reached out and grabbed Taehyung's hand, pushing it. Jimin, listen to me. You are a stranger than you think, and if Jungkook doesn't see what he has in you, then that's his loss. But I believe he does. Keep on, he does. Taehyung gave a soft, furtive laugh, rubbing his eyes. Taehyung, you are too cheesy sometimes. Jimin gained. It's not cheesy, it's a fact. They both laugh quietly, and the heaviness in Taehyung is just a little. Jungkook POV again. The house was quiet, almost too quiet. When Jungkook walked in, he set down his key and slipped off his shoes. Eyes scanning the hallway. Jungkook thinking, where is he? He turned the corner of the living room and stepped there, curled up the couch like he tried started getting washed. Taehyung, his dark brown hair was massive all across his forehead. Through blanket barely covered him, his hand cuts the edge like a child holding on to confirm his lips were slightly parted and a sob did escape as he turned in his sleep. Jungkook thinking he looks peaceful like he belongs here. Jungkook stood here for a long moment, his heart aching with something he didn't have a name for. Quietly he crossed beside the sofa watching him. Jungkook whispering, "Why do you always look like this? Like the world could fall apart and you still be the calm in the storm." Carefully he slid his arm, bent Taehyung back and legs lifted his with eyes. Taehyung mumbling in sleep, No, no, please, extra cheese." Jungkook smiled faintly. Jungkook is still dreaming about food, huh? He carried him gently to the guest room and laid him down on the bed as Jungkook adjusted the blanket over Taehyung. His hand brushed against Taehyung's cheeks. The skin was soft and warm, and his touch lingered a second longer than necessary. Jungkook sobbed, "You make things so complicated." He stood there for a while, just looking at him, at the curve of the way his finger twisted as if reaching out for something in a dream. Jungkook whispering, "What would it be to wake up beside you every day to come home to this?" He shook his head quickly and stepped back. Jungkook thinking, "No, stop it. This isn't supposed to happen. Don't get attached. Not like this." But even as he left the room, he glanced back one more time and in that small moment, something deep inside he craved just a little, something warm, something real. Taehyung pushed a step echoed out the same shiny house where Jungkook company. Everything around him looked expensive, glass wall, floor, and bucket with their hand. The whole place smooth and rich and powerful. Taehyung, wow, so serious, so cold as expect from Mr. John in Par. He wasn't dressed like the other people here in suit and shiny shoes. He wore his own style, relaxed, colorful, and full of attitude. He didn't care about bedrooms or meeting. He came here from one thing. Taehyung said, "I'm not leaving until he agreed to take me to his hometown." Without knocking, Taehyung walked straight into Jungkook's office, leaning against the doorframe like he owned the place. He gave a wide grin, playfully and mischievous. Taehyung, well, look at this place. Fancy, neat, modern. It needs a little Taehyung style fun." He looked around at the clean walls, expensive furniture, and the desk. He knew Jungkook liked everything in order. That's why Taehyung loved making a little mess. Jungkook didn't even lift his head. He was focused on some reports or maybe just pretending to be. Jungkook without looking, "I don't have time for your games today." Taehyung rolled his eyes and pushed off the doorframe, walking over to the desk with a dramatic sign. He flopped under the chairs across from Jungkook, sitting like he had all time in the world. Taehyung, "Games? I'm not here to play. I swear, come to ask for a small favor." He suddenly sat there, chairs around once lean as he turned. Taehyung, "Actually, maybe a big favor." Taehyung mocking, oh, Mr. Busy Bee, you always have work, but work isn't going anywhere. Take a little break, clear your head. Jungkook serious, no, you want to go, then go alone. I am stay here. Taehyung leaned forward, resting his arms on the desk. His smile never left. He was there. Something is his voice now. Taehyung, I didn't say I wanted to go alone. Jungkook, it doesn't matter, I'm not going. Taehyung, why not? Jungkook, because I have a responsibilities. Taehyung, I don't get to leave just because I feel like it. Taehyung, teasing you scared, you might enjoy it. Jungkook, firmly, I'm not scared of anything. Taehyung, again, why are sure you are not? Taehyung, not. He stood up slowly, sweeping his desk, getting clear to Jungkook. Then necessary, he leaned down, whispered near his ear. Taehyung softly, but you still remember, don't you? Jungkook frozen, his eyes didn't move, but his heartbeat didn't. Taehyung, I can see in your eyes. Taehyung, try to calm, but don't be ridiculous. You think I am joking? That means something to me, and I think to you. Jungkook stood up. Jungkook stood up. Now two facing Taehyung, their faces were only inches apart. Jungkook, stop it, Taehyung. This isn't the time. Taehyung, you always say that, but when will it be the time? Jungkook called it, I don't know. Taehyung stepped back slowly, giving a small nod. Taehyung, alright, if you won't come with me, I'll find something else to do around here. He turned around dramatically, walking back towards the door, but before leaving, he looked back. Taehyung with a wink, I'm sure your company has plenty of interesting people to talk to. Maybe someone in marketing. Jungkook, don't you dare use trouble in my office. Taehyung laughing, too late. I'm already walking, and with that, Taehyung slipped out of the room, leaving behind a very distracted Jungkook, who was now staring at the door like it had personally offered him. Jungkook to him say, why does he always do this to me? He sighed, dropping back into his, uh, his chair, rubbing his temple. Jungkook softly, why do I even care so much?